Here we go. Yay, we're live. Welcome everyone. Okay, welcome. So glad that we are here together this morning. I'm gonna make my screen so I don't say really proud. All right. It's too distracting. Oh, that's no problem. That's beaver energy. That's the beaver. And then that's death and the devil. Wait, these are squishmallows. Hold on, it'll come out. But that's death and the devil. Can you see? And then I have I need to bring her over. I have another death. It's a little death, but it's pink. And she's got a sign and there's flowers embroidered on her. And they're all squishmallows. They're pretty cute. Um, let's start. So we're here for a group read, guys. Let's group up, lock in. So if you have a question, you can be thinking of it. There's shame no blame. If you're like, I don't think about it. That's me every day. We're good. Um, it's not like oh shit, I forgot to think of the question right when she was reading the card. It's however your mind interprets what I am saying. Sometimes when I'm reading, the question might come to you. Oh, this makes me think of so and so. Oh, I wonder what such and such is, or just let your mind go. There's no wrong here. Really, let your mind go. Maybe the whole point of being here is to just simply feel at ease with someone telling you short stories. Oh, I was reading one of the newsletters. I only applied to, not applied. I only subscribed to a few newsletters, but the one I was reading today, she mentioned a tarot book. Totally forgot the name of it, but I think I'm gonna get it. Or I'm going to the library tonight and see if they have it. Oh, okay, just really quick tarot news. The Morgan Library in New York. I'm just like, someone is gonna be watching this and be like, yeah, I live down the street. So if you're able to get to the Morgan Library in New York, I think it runs through the first week of October, but I'm not sure. So double check. They have the Sforza, no, mind just went blank. Hold on. Visconti Sforza deck. And it's the first time in North America that as complete a set has been put together. Because we don't have a complete set of this. And what we do have is owned by private individuals or organizations, and they don't share. So they shared this time, and we have them all in the same place, and they're in New York. If you're anywhere near there or have the funds to get there, I suggest you go. I don't. I don't think unless something changes, my ass will be going to New York. I live in like I was born there, so I can say that. Born in Manhattan. It's too busy. Too many people. A lot of noise. Anyway, what? So however, the newsletter I was reading did talk about how I'm about to die, I'm dying, I'm gagging. Mary Kay Greer, oh, we just stop there, right? She's teaching an online 2-day course, August 5th, August 12th. They're Wednesdays from noon to 1. I don't know what time zone. So noon to 1 in some time zone. Mary Kay Greer. Now, she might only be teaching one of those days. I don't care. I'm fangirling. So I'm definitely going to try to sign up. With taxes and fees, you're looking at about a $72 ticket for 2 hours of tarot, but one will have Mary Kay Greer. I don't know who, some dude was in the other one. I'm sure he's famous. I don't know who he was. All right. I'm very excited. Mary Kay Greer is an icon in tarot. Um, Okay, I think this is funny, but I don't want to say it. I was about to say she wrote 78 ways to read tarot cards. She didn't. Grace Pollock did that. Another icon. Wonderful women of tarot. We'll just put those two over there in that corner. No one puts these in the corner. Wonderful women of tarot. She's going to be teaching at the Omega Institute. She co-founded that. It's in upstate New York, Rhinebeck. So if you want to get out of the heat, she's teaching late. No, she's It might be the last week of July. I can't remember. 5-day tarot class and a weekend tarot class. She's doing two. Yasmin Boland, we read from her deck yesterday. She's teaching this summer, damn it, at the Omega Institute. Who else is teaching? Gabrielle Bernstein is there this summer teaching. She wrote The Universe Has Your Back. I think she's teaching that. Who's the chick that did crap, I can't remember. All right, maybe you want to go online and check out the Omega Institute, eomega.org. eomega.org. Oh, this is a pretty card, guys. I wonder what it's going to be about. I wonder if it's going to be about me teaching at the Omega Institute. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to teach at the Omega Institute, and numbers gets me noticed. And in that way, the more numbers and the more subscribers, the higher the number, the more notice I have. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about numbers in that way. I just want to get to the Omega Institute. My eyes are very itchy. Peony. Card 28. 28. 10 means 10 if you want. And 10, because 2 plus 8, is the year that we're sitting in right now. The energy of 10, which is also in the tarot verse, the energy of the Wheel of Fate, which is key 10 in the major arcana. I am just a second decided. Damn it, Edgar. Nope, not Edgar. There's an E name entity in the phone. I'm actually study on that E name until one sounds. I don't want it to be. Like if I'm from another dimension in the corner, I'm starting to think it's it. Anyway, 10 Wheel of Fate. What was I saying? Oh, I'm gonna start dropping in some way teaching tarot. I've done this before, but I think I'm gonna start dropping tarot on YouTube because I realized you could put up classes on there. I was like, what? I'll try that. So yeah, keep a lookout. It might not happen, but it might. So keep a lookout. Subscribe. Peonies, card 28. It is time to reap your rewards. Settle in for a ride with Lady Luck. Holy shit. Anyone going to a casino? What the hell, man? Lady Luck? Wait. And Elder Futhark runes, that would be per throw. Which would still be like dice cup chance. I guess you could tie fate into that in the way that I don't know what fate has in store for me. But it's the idea of unknown outcome, but willing to still try. That could be anything, really, right? You meet these fuckers that go spelunking. They go into the earth in caves, crevices, tunnels. They do this willingly, anyway. So, but let's read. I'll show you what it looks like. It's this person. She's got great hair. They've got great hair. I love the hair, the really curly hair, and it just kind of right out of the head. I'm like, oh my God, I love that hair. All right. She's got that, but it's like super, like it's actually like a big wind. I'll show it to you. So, oh, there's an earthworm or something right next to her. So she's very small. Oh, because these are peonies and they're gigantic. I didn't get that at first. So she's super tiny. She's a super tiny little something or other. And I guess that's an earthworm next. Alphaba. That's forget it. I'm not doing Alphaba. That's a gimme. That's from it's from the Wicked Witch. It's the Wicked Witch and the Wizard of Oz, but I don't know if we knew. Yeah, we did. We knew Elphaba was the name of the character because it's actually a play off of Frank L. Baum's mother-in-law, I think. Her name. I think it's his mother-in-law. And Frank L. Baum wrote the book, The Wizard of Oz, which has since been made into movies and TV shows and fucking plays and shit like that. Okay, let's go to Peonies. 28. Why am I telling you all this? No. 28. Nope. 29. Rewild. But that's a fun card. I just want to spend like a half an hour online reading cards from just this one deck because they're so fun. Did I show you the card? I think so. Yes, because freaking Edgar. No, not Edgar. What is she sitting in front of? It's like the ace of. Oh, I don't want to trip myself up. Which ace has the garden and the door and the archway in the back? No. Anyway, it's kind of like that door. Looking at the structure itself, Edmund, nope, got it. I can't see the, like, if there's an actual edifice behind that door. Is there a building there? Can you walk into that? Or is she just walking through a door into whatever nature provides behind it? Like an entryway, a portal, a threshold, sometimes in your mind, sometimes physical. But she's sitting comfortably on one side. What's another meaning? No. Outside, not necessarily guarding it. What would she be reading? And look in the window, it's completely black. There's no light in there. And it's, the card is peony, which is a flower, peonies. Okay, it is time to reap your rewards. Settle in for a ride with Lady Luck. Sometimes, we can talk about the card, and it's good to look at the card and talk about it. Just let your mind go. I don't always get a message from it, but it's fun. But sometimes I'm like, oh, message. Okay. 28, peony. Peonies are big, expressive flowers that are often given as a sign of goodwill and blessings. They are offered to you as a gift from the universe with the promise that what you want is on its way. This is absolutely the most positive and supportive card of the deck. How do you say that in sign language? Is that like fuck yes? I'm not a translator. All right. It's a big yes. Go for it. And expect things to work out exactly the way you hoped they would. Are you seeking more abundance? It's yours. Hoping a relationship will work out? You bet it will. Whatever you have set your eyes on is making a beeline straight towards you. This is exciting because what are you guys thinking? I'm thinking Omega Institute, but I've also got my eyes set on winning the lottery, so I'll take either for a lot of money, not for $1. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want, as you are likely to receive it right now. It's not just the universe that's in a giving mood. You may get a free coffee just because, a favor at work, an offer to skip ahead in a long line, and more. Allow yourself to receive this upturn in good fortune and don't question the reasons behind it. It may seem sudden and unusual, but you have planted seeds of gratitude for quite a while, and you are finally reaping the rewards. Say yes when someone offers you help. Say yes when someone offers you something for free. I mean, there's not always strings attached. You can be thinking that way, but if it looks like a good deal, fucking take it. I get free shit all the time. I love it. A lot of the times it's like in a digital format, like free subscriptions, entry to free groups, or free entry to groups that I would otherwise have to pay for. It happens a lot. I'm actually slowing down on that. I need to put that face back up, start thinking about it more. But if you keep saying no, why the hell would anyone offer you anything? Including the universe. Oh, she's just gonna say no. I'm not gonna give you that shit. All right. So in saying that, let's go to Trust Your Vibes Oracle cards, a 50 card deck with guidebook, and this is Sonia Choquette. A lot of colors. I'm not trying to put. There we go. The lid off. This is what the Alicia. That's an A. I'm trying to do E words. Alicia could be an E. E-L. Alicia. Alicia. Is that it? Alicia. Maybe that's her name. Trust your vibes. And this is the back. Oh, is it you see it on sale? Let's see what we get. Okay, let's do this. Let's ask the deck specifically. There was just a chat that popped up. Someone was actually considering Before I do that, though, I'll go to the hand. Getting this deck. So I'm going to be focusing on you, person who is going to be buying this deck. And I do see that hand. Go ahead.
Well, you were talking about saying yes when someone offers help, but there's another area where you can say yes, uh, where some situation, maybe an animal or person, offers you with a chance to live in the moment and non-linear and just feel joy, and you suspend it all. Because I think linear time can be like a jail when it's at every aspect of your day. You need to somehow operate in nonlinear, because nonlinear, you're more able to feel joy and feel happy. But if you're always thinking about how long am I gonna live, how long am I gonna have this, that's like a jail.
I have this thing that I do, which I realized I hadn't had these sensations in a while, but I finally had them again a couple nights ago. I call it the comfort exercise, and it's like suspending that idea of linear time. I get like a fuzzy feeling, like you know how like when your arm falls asleep and it's prickly, that can kind of be uncomfortable for me. So it's that same sensation, but very comfortable, very like ooh cozy, not like somebody's jabbing little needles in me. And I get that sensation, and I've started calling it the comfort exercise because when I can stay in that moment, which I'm relearning to do it because I hadn't had that sensation in a few weeks, I share it with the world. And it's a continuous share. And it's not like I've only got a few seconds. I am simply in that moment, and that moment decides to remain repeating itself over and over and over and over while I experience over and over and over and over these sensations. So yeah, I like that. There's definitely, I mean, we're linear or we're not, but there can be suspension. That's what we see in the hanged one. We see suspension in the Four of Cups. We see suspension in the Four of Swords. We see suspension in the turning of the wheel of fate as well, because even if things are going on around you, it does not mean that you are moving with it. There is suspension. We can
And,
also look at suspension as a hiatus, where you're still active, but simply non-participatory in areas where you previously were. That is still that energy. Go ahead.
yeah, well, I think it's not such a curse of old age. I think it's a curse of young people, children, and end up they grow up in a family where there's no joy. It can
All
be
right.
it could be with you your whole life.
Not feeling something, not feeling
Yeah.
joy.
Not being able to feel any joy.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah, totally. Totally fuck yeah, man. Kids got some rough lives and they don't always get out of that. Yeah. So, plus I'm gonna blame society fully on this one. We hurt each other sometimes. But I started watching Roca News on YouTube, ROCA, and I don't like the news. I'll be real. I just don't like it. It's just depressing as hell. This ROCA Roca News does not, as far as I can tell, necessarily paint anyone or anything as the victim or the villain. So it's a more of an unbiased approach to journalism, which is difficult, I think, to find. And then there's this other chick I found last night. So here's the thing with me. If I find something I like to watch, I will go through and vet all the YouTubers who are fucking doing it and then dismiss 99.9% of them because they're shit and then stick with whoever's actually doing it well. So Roku News is good. And then there's this chick that I just started following a couple days ago. She's a solo woman traveler. She just went to Egypt, which if you've heard anything about Egypt and women, I was like, girl. Solo woman traveler, and she goes to some places that I would not ever want to go to experience the people and the reality of the moments that they live in because she's sharing it with them. And she is not, while she's not suspending this situation, the length of time and what she goes through may feel like suspension. You know, if you're doing something, if I'm doing something I don't like, sometimes I feel like, oh my God, time is dragging. What the fuck? Or if I'm really enjoying myself, oh my God, it's already been an hour. I just got here. Like that kind of feeling. And her channel is called Josie Lips Things. Because her name's Josie. Josie Lips Things, like you lip. I would check it out. I mean, I have checked it out. It's an easier way for me to look at a world that does hold scary things for me. But when I have an opportunity to witness people living inside what I would think would be scary and they're thriving in some cases, then it helps me to see similarity rather than difference. And it alleviates fear and provides curiosity. And there's no fucking guilt. So she's pretty good too. A lot of it's gonna be like your approach to the news or what you want to see and hear, you know. So this is Sonia Choquette. What is it called? Trust your vibe. Trust your, I want to say trust your inner vibes. Trust your vibes. Your vibrations. And I was gonna ask because in the room we have someone looking to get the deck. And if there's a message for that person, I welcome it. Whatever is shared is received. We have reconsider. Oh, it's a dark path, and she's the scary one. There's a scorpion. Where's my wand? I got like 3 wands. This is the selenite one. Don't fuck with me with that one. Look, here's, well, I don't know if you can see it because I don't have my glasses on, but somewhere in here is a scorpion on the path. Can you see it? I don't know. Full moon. And we, God damn it. Alicia. I think it's Alicia. I think someone named Alicia. Yeah, but it's E-E-L. Alicia. Or their first name would start with an E and their middle name is Alicia. And they went by their initial. I'm not going to get that. All right. So we've got a lot going on in my mind, in my room. Reconsider buying the deck. Why would you, hold on, I see. Oh, you're right. You were just saying that. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God. Right. It's true. 6 Pentacles. Can I really afford it? Ugh. Baby. I did see where Amazon offers a payment plan. Shit. All right. Reconsider. You know, it's the same forest. And oh, what a beautiful thought. So I started realizing this, that the world is not actually as scary as I thought it was. And I forgot why I was thinking that. Probably because I was watching a YouTube video of someone who spent the night outside and they didn't die. And not in a house. I'm not joking. I started realizing the world is not as scary a place as I thought it was. You know, insects aren't out to kill me. So when I'm looking at this card, the person is holding, she also has everything covered but her hands and face. There's nothing else visible. That is a great idea, especially at night, depending on where you live. It's buggy in Texas. Mosquitoes come out. They're in the cooler evening, cooler morning. You'd want to be covered. If you know you're going to be facing a lot of sun, you want to be covered. If your religious or cultural practices dictate covering your body, you'd want to be covered. Well, that's arguable if you want to be or not, but you may be. So it could also be that this is simply a comfortable way to live. Her headscarf has moons on it, and it's a nocturnal card. It is at night. Now, the light is being provided by the flame of the torch that she holds. Her hands are also mimicking the magician, as above, so below. You see this in, I want to say the world card also replicates that, but I'm not sure. It's one hand up, one hand down. She's got the wand, so I can't remember. Anyway, and the magician card. So we do see where we're bringing in the divine grace of the ethers of Aang Sof with the practical nature of living in our world, the reality of here. We can combine those two, as above, so below. You can manifest what you want, as above, so below. You bring it together, you make it, as above, so below. Also, with her flame showing the light here, we see what we would see during the daytime. This goes back to me saying how it's not really as scary. Those beautiful flowers are always there. They're just not always seen. Alicia, stop it. They're just not always seen. But we know they're there now. We see them by the torchlight. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the book says. Card 35. Ah! Card 35 is 8 because 3 plus 5. You don't have to do this. Or you could be like 8 is 4 when you divide it by 2. Go for it. Do whatever the fuck you want. So when we add 3 plus 5 is 8, that's strength. Key 8 in the major arcana. Because of the way I read it, I want to be really freaking specific here. I'm doing this. You don't have to. And if you do want to add it up and go 8, what does that mean? I don't know. Then leave it at that. You don't know. Who cares? Keep going. Read the card. All right. Reconsider. Reconsider what? Because she's looking back towards, well, she's not looking, she's looking back. If you're standing sideways, are you actually looking back? I don't know if you are or not, but it doesn't make any sense to me. She's looking towards what is lit, not the dark. The card is called Reconsider. We don't know what she's reconsidering. I'm not going to assume she's reconsidering not entering the dark. She could be reconsidering entering the clarity of the light. She might want to be in the dark. Okay, let's see what the, I'm getting goosebumps. Let's see what the card says. What am I reading? Oh, trust your vibes. This is fun. 35. Reconsider. The universe is cautioning you to stop and reconsider. And I just remembered it's about buying this deck too. For one particular person. All right. The universe is cautioning you to stop and reconsider. Put that wall away. You are tempted to fall out of alignment with your spirit and go against your true nature. Do not blindly follow what isn't good for you. Instead, re-examine your priorities and where necessary, make an about face. About face is a deal 180 term. Above all, be honest with yourself. Don't tell yourself something or someone is okay and can be trusted when it isn't true. Watch out for your tricky ego, which will try to convince you to betray yourself and go along with those who do not have your best interests at heart. If you know you are in the wrong company, admit it. Also, acknowledge addictions or dependencies on substances and on people. If something or someone is dragging you down, it's time to let go. I would pull cards with a lot of what she's talking about, Sonia Choquette. I would absolutely either pull from her own deck or from tarot, because some of these cards are far reaching. Oh my goodness. Oh good, I'm glad that resonated. I know it's crazy, right? Because I was immediately like, and this is you know how easy it is to click or to walk into half price books and get that deck, right? Super easy. And when I was, because we have talked about this before, creating a deck. Most readers I know have at some point either just fiddled around, they got a few cards in their closet somewhere they've been working on for like 10 years, or they've published decks, they've gone online. But I actually saw you making your own deck. But I still want that deck too. We will see if I actually listen. Oh my god, I held off on buying Teal Swans, the blind spot for like 2 weeks. And then, oh, I think it was you. You were like, they have runes in them. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm buying that. Because I'm working on my own rune deck. So I was like, okay, I know I need Teal Swan stuff. Okay, just for curiosity, let's go ahead and cut the deck and see what card pops up. So pretty. It says slow down. Oh, let's do a little exercise with our cards. Tarot quiz. Lock in. Who else has a snail on their card in the minor arcana of tarot? Alicia. I gotta stop yelling at it. Why am I so fucking pissed? Because it's been like forever and I'm just now connecting, so I'm a little stressed out. Sorry, Alicia, we'll pull cards later. Who else has the snail? Nine of Pentacles. My favorite minor. Isn't there a snail with one of the courts? If that's Nine of Pentacles, I wonder if it's Queen of Pentacles. I thought, is there a snail card? Is there a snail on one of the court rooms too, maybe? Can't remember, but Nine of Pentacles has one. I like the Nine of Pentacles a lot. It's one of my favorite cards. It's probably my favorite minor. I don't have a favorite major, but I do look at um the strength card, key 8 for an acid test. Okay. For some reason I wanted to go straight into the Celtic Oracle. Oh, this isn't the Celtic Oracle. This is the Celtic. Okay, let's do the Celtic. Celtic Tree Oracle. Charlene Hidalgo. Wasn't that the name of a movie about a horse? Hidalgo, with that Arabian that was going through the desert with that guy that was in that other movie. I'm going to be starting a movie group. We're going to talk about movies. You know that movie with that guy? Who did that thing? Celtic Tree Oracle, Charlene Hidalgo. Hidalgo! Illustrated by Jenny Manton. Oh, these are pretty. Varaprote. I think that's why I bought the deck, actually, because I just like the pictures. Okay, I have this one, and I have another Celtic tree. It's the Ogham, Ogham. It's Ogham. What do they call it? Oh, it's not the like Ogham tree oracle. I don't know how you say that. All right. Anyways, it's Ogham. This looks like. I'll get there. I'll know what I'm talking about sometime, and then y'all can go in there or whatever. All right, Angie. Let's get these cards shuffled. They're very sticky. It's probably because I haven't really read them that much. Oh my god, there's like 3 in here. How many are in here? Not that it's quantity over quality. That's not it. That deck I just made has 10 cards and I don't know what one of them means. Seriously, there's like maybe 30 cards in here. God, there's freaking, they won't shuffle. We're gonna do it like this. What? What? Okay, so this is an example of what one of it's gonna look like right here. This like Alicia. Um, and this is also the rune Nafis and Elder Freebark, so that really kind of tripped me out. These are pretty, it's like, it just sticks out sometimes like my hair. This is pretty straightforward. Steph is pissing. No, it's not. It's not pissing me. One patient. Right. Excuse me. All right. Now, as chatty as I get, I do respect the cards, the modality. So I do, this is all fun, but there's also the moments of respect. Tune in, lock in. And if you sing and dance while you're locking in, do that. Silence does not show respect. Silence just shows lack of sound. That's it. Tin Holly? Tin? Tinne? Tin? Okay, but we can see here the simplistic virtue of this. Look at this. A line is called a stave. Single, covering it. I'll try and cover it. Single stave, Alicia. A single stave down and 3 across. Thank you. And then Holly, that red berry. Tinne. I don't know that. I don't know Holly. I don't know. I wonder what this means. I have no idea. I don't know. The intuitive read off this card, the first thing I see is the distinction in color between green and yellow on the holly, but the bright red of the berry. It makes me wonder where in the lifespan of the tree it's at. How many cycles of birth has it seen? Oh my god, I'm almost over this cold. What? A quart apple? Have y'all ever heard of a quart apple? Quert. Quart apple? Oh, here, this is it. No. Tin holly. There is no I really wish they'd have the phonetic spelling. Okay, there's no phonetic spelling. The phonetic spelling would allow me to see how the word is pronounced. Because it's spelled out that like phonetics. That was after me, but they were teaching phonetics in school. Kids could not spell words shit. That might have been a rumor, but I think it's funny. Okay, Tin Holly. Northern Hemisphere dates. May 16th through June 12th. I'm just gonna pause and see how much time I have if I have time, because this will be a long read. No, it's not bad. Well, it's not long. So Northern Hemisphere, and that's where if you're living in Texas or if you're living in the United States, you are in the Northern Hemisphere. Those dates that we would celebrate this tree, I'm assuming that's why the dates are here. I'm not a teacher yet. May 16th through June 12th. So we're just now outside. Hold on, man. Hold on. Oh, we're actually sitting in the COLL, call hazel, call hazel, call, like a collar, COL. I don't know. Okay, okay. All right. Anyway, that's next. Okay, so we're going to read what we just came out of, and we ended this on June 12th. So it's not like flipping a switch or closing a door. We're going to have that energy coming in and exiting throughout this time. Southern Hemisphere dates, not the United States. Well, I mean, it's not just that or that, but November 16th through December 12th. We switch, like their Christmas time and the Southern Hemisphere is sunny and warm and more like Miami than Maine, you know? All right. The totem is swans. So the animal totem for this is swans. The deities are the guides. Leda, Leda, and her twins Castor and Pollux, Lu and Lucina, Paul and Pluto, Thoth and Ma'at. And I know Pollux, Castor and Pollux are in their constellations. There's constellations. Thoth is like the Thoth deck. It's an Egyptian god of mischief, kind of like Loki in Marvel. Well, Loki's a Norse god, but we know him from the Marvel movies and stuff. Ma'at. I know I've read that, but I don't know what. The letter is T. The class is peasant, like poor person, peasant. And the 8th lunation. Now, Luna references moon, and this is lunation. So the 8th lunation, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a very strong limb and say it's got something to do with the moon. Keywords for Tin Holly: justice, protection, fighting, strength, assertion and action, vigor, direction and purpose, balance, relationship, father, and paternity. Now that's a lot of keywords. We also have a lot of information because this tree is what we're looking at to give us the message and meaning of what's going on around us, and answer to the question, clarity to the situation. We need to know all of this to understand what the tree may be telling us. The Tin Holly initiates in the 8th lunation. This tree is about justice. Its energy helps protect the weak and vulnerable. There is a warrior energy with Holly. The vindication of rights and clarification of claims and grievances is important. Holly protects against injustice, harm, and negativity, while increasing love and offering encouragement. This tree supports us as we work with polarity and duality, instructing us so we may create unity and wholeness. Holly encourages right relationship and partnership that are fair and balanced. The Ogham for this tree is 10, and the letter is T. Okay, so there's a reference to the Ogham, but I don't understand that. The Ogham for this tree is 10, and that's what it's called, Tin Holly. Okay. Tin Holly in a reading. Okay, so in a reading, if we got this card, or let's say you're walking through the woods and you know that this is Tin Holly, you might sit by it. You might pray to it, invoke near it, to have the energy of that tree help you, or to give to the tree itself, whatever. So when you get tin holly in a reading, you are offered the ability to defend yourself and defeat your enemies. You might also consider that, however old this is, the meaning of this tree, tin holly could have been used in the making of weaponry, shield, armor, tokens you'd wear around your neck, something you put in your pocket. You could grind it for sawdust, burn it in the fire before battle. It's however it was looked at the time, and even today, the meanings that we look at today may not have been present when it was created or as it evolved, or was even looked at to not have those very specific meanings that we use today because of a cultural aspect that is no longer cited. So knowing where the modality came from, what was happening at the time culturally is very important, and what the actual artist and designer were going through in their personal life helps us understand and can help us understand the modality right now as well. Holly also represents fighting involved in the soul's battles. If push comes to shove, this tree offers you the strength that you require to meet aggression. This is also the Elder Futhark rune Uruz. That is exactly what it is. That push comes to shove, and Uruz will come out for you. It's also the second rune, Uruz. Anyway, Holly is your inner warrior. This tree offers you backbone. So if you can eat holly, and I don't know if you can, you might want to consider making a tea or eating it. For the love of any deity, Google anything I say, fact check. In a disagreement or battle, before you attack or blame another, be sure to distinguish between your opponent's attitudes and your projection of your own shadow onto him or her. Make sure that argument you're having, that they're actually coming at you the way that you think they're coming at you. Or did you hear from Lucy Lou down the street that Betty Ann said this and that? Well, Betty Ann didn't tell you jack shit, so why are you believing Lucy Lou? Use common sense. Don't live a life just to attack another life. Once you are clear, manifest. Oh, sorry, that was my word. Speak your truth as respectfully as you can. Though the Egyptian god of communication is a good ally in this. He will help you take the high road. Your highest success will be in forging win-win outcomes. Win-win outcomes. You may hear a clarion call to a crusade of some kind. You long to create justice and are willing to fight for a cause. You may need to seek protection for yourself or for another. You stand up when you see someone taking advantage of another. The energy of Holly allows you to argue your position strongly. Holly helps you to be on purpose without being destructive or overly aggressive. Holly protects against self-generated negativity, as well as that which comes from others. This tree symbolizes paternity and fatherhood, as it is a male tree. What the fuck does that mean? They're male and female trees? Really? What do they do? Now I'm going to look at these trees out. It's like tree phone. I don't know if I'm going to Google that. It may be time to heal the father wound. Perhaps this is the time for forgiveness. If you are a father, make sure you are representing the best qualities of this role. If not, move towards changing your behavior. Be the kind of father that you would like to have yourself, and give yourself time to be that father. Holly also supports right relationships that are founded on cooperation, love, balance, and understanding. Like me and Alicia here. Alicia, I'm still not sure that's the right. So if this card had been pulled reversed, we would read the reverse. However, all of my cards, pretty much, there's a few exceptions, are upright. I still read reversals. When I pull a card, I will get that sensation of like, oh, this is This is a shadow me. This is like what it would be like in the reverse state. It's just however the message comes through. So reversed me. Is it possible that you are shirking your responsibility by avoiding conflict? In my world, yes, every day. I hate conflict. Perhaps you are trying to sweep problems under the rug. Is there injustice in your life? Are you witnessing a situation in which a perpetrator is bullying or otherwise harming a victim? Are you that victim? If so, it is time to get help. Stand up for yourself before the situation gets entirely out of hand. If things are not in balance, attend to the process of returning to balance. You may not be prepared to take on a fight now and need some time to develop your strategies and strength. Ask others to help you. And sometimes, live to fight another day. Don't fight. It's not a fucking battle unless you go to it. It's just some dude standing there on a field of it. They can do that. You don't need to be a fighter shit. Because you think it's gonna be fair when the cops show up? They just want a body in there. Don't be there. No, don't do it. Don't do it. And I shouldn't say that about police and church. I don't know what to say about it. So I'll just have my throat chakras about see up. If things are not in balance, attend to the process of returning to balance. I like that a lot. You may not be prepared to take on a fight now and need some time to develop your strategies and strength. Ask others to help you. That is not the same as accepting help. Ask others to help you. Be proactive. I need your help. Oh, you can? Well, I need your help. Oh, you can? Good. Come on. Let me be nicer. Do you find yourself immersed in fights in your important relationships? Is it time to make room for difference and let love move in you? Is it time to make room for difference and let love move you into wholeness rather than duality? Let's read that one more time because it sounds super important. Is it time to make room for difference? As in, don't be hating on somebody because they don't believe like you believe. Just fucking ignore them or have a conversation about it. But don't be all hateful because you're the one generating the hate. You're drinking the poison. You made the poison. You curated it. That was some farm to table freshness, and now you're going to drink it and kill yourself. Do you find yourself? It is time to make room for difference and let love move you into wholeness rather than duality. You might have to seek help in order to encourage this process. Yes. Because it's not necessarily like our reaction is partly like kind of embedded in us from childhood, and it's very difficult to unlearn or relearn without help sometimes. So just consider maybe getting help, therapists or online tutorials. Reading cards is great. I think it's great. I'm not saying it takes the place of professional clinical help, but it's great. Just read cards. You find a deck you like and you read a card and you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Pull another card. Same deck, just pull another card. You only got one deck? Read from that deck, but read from that deck every day. Just read from the deck. And if you don't feel like reading or you don't know how to read, look at the picture. Listen to the videos. You don't need to learn how to read to do that. Listen to the videos. Remember key phrases and use them. Remember, memorize, and put them out into the world because they are your own word. It does not matter where they came from. I'm not saying like steal someone else's intellectual work. But don't be scared to speak because someone else already shared a similar thought. Fucking say it. All right. Message of the card. I am the sturdy tin holly, and where I grow, you can expect my protection. If you find yourself in need of safety, imagine my shiny, sharp leaves. They're beautiful. They're high gloss. They're actually shiny. They're green. And where the little leaves come out, like leaves kind of, there's fucking thorns. There's spikes each time that little leaf comes out. So there's at least 6 on each one. used to have one in the front yard. I pull myself up on it every time I come up the front path. So I forget I'm walking it. So if you find, if you find yourself in need of safety, imagine my shiny, sharp leaves in your mind. Grow a hedge of my trees around you. Allow me to protect and guard you. And if you feel dispirited, imagine my bright red berries and evergreen leaves that promise life, even in the dead of winter. I am a tree that promises renewal. I am here to remind you that this too shall pass. I represent wholeness. In the Egyptian temple at Kom Omba, there is a seat placed at the building's very center. One side of the temple is dedicated to Horus, the god of light. The other is dedicated to Sobek, the god of chaos. But from that central seat, the seat of neutrality, you can begin to understand wholeness, which allows you to move through situations with less judgment and attachment. Try sitting in this seat while you consider your situation. If you are placing your attention on the darkness in your life, return your mind to neutral. Breathe in unity. Breathe in wholeness. Okay, I am flipping the fuck off. So, did you guys just hear it? What time is it? I think I have one time. All right, I got one. That card. Nope. That card that we just had in the Sun Ninja Cat. Where did I put it? It's that sitting in the seat of neutrality, black and white, light and dark. It's right here in the first card that we pulled. And it's 8. They're both 8. Alicia! They're both 8. They're both 8. They both have the same message. Well, they have an overlap of the message. I'm very excited. Whew. Okay, so you can always rewatch the video if you're like, why are you excited? I'm excited because I'm seeing similarities between the two parts. Does that mean that other people are? Yeah, probably, because we're the same species, so we're going to see the same shit. Are people seeing something entirely different? Yes, absolutely. Are we both right? 100%. Yes. Whatever you see is correct. It is your intuition that is your guiding light, and it is not the same as my guiding light. Our guiding lights are all unique. That's why it's so wonderful when people choose to read and share those readings with the world, because we get to have that message through a unique lens, one that is not our own. And I can say this for everyone because we do not share the same lens. We may have we may have fundamental overlap in our lenses where we believe intrinsically in the same foundational values, but that does not mean that our lenses unite exactly the same. No. So it's very important that all of us have a place at the universal table, that we are all allowed to share in some way or another. And what you have to say is worth sharing. 1,000% it is worth sharing. There are ears for which that message will linger. All right, so let's put my stuff aside. I like this one though. I think I might keep this one out and read it again. When are we meeting? We're coming back on Thursday, but we're doing our personal reads, so we won't be recording that because we don't know what we say. However, if you would like to come read with us or just observe, you are welcome to. That's Thursday morning at 8 a.m. All my groups are at 8 a.m. You can find me at Meetup. And if you do, I do have an RSVP set up on all my events, so you're gonna want to do that the next. But you can also RSVP for as many weeks or potentially months in advance as you would like, so that you know that your name is already on the list in case you do miss that RSVP deadline. I feel like it's something else I was gonna say, but I don't know what it was. Check out the Omega Institute catalog at eomega.com if you're interested. And I think that's it. Oh, one thing, kiss.com, that's press on nails. It's kissusa.com is having a 70% off sale on some of it. I think it's called the archives. Like sets that they've had around for a while, they've really dropped the price. But if you do like your press on nails, it's a good time because they're 70% off. So they start at $2.70. And the really expensive packs tapping out around 8 or 9. But those are uber fancy ones. Okay, enough about that. Just wanted to share. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that I see you again very soon. And I believe that's about. All right. Bye, guys.